Hello everybody, my name is Istvan. What you're seeing here today is a Raspberry Pi version 3B running a rolling release of VyOS from April 2021. The reason I made this video is because VyOS doesn't have any official releases for the ARM architecture, and this particular VyOS is something I built myself, and I'm here to share this with you today. So after powering this on, let's have a quick look at the boot up process. It's based on the latest Debian Buster at the time of making this video, and the boot code is a copy over from the Raspbian. The login is the standard VyOS username with VyOS password. I don't have any screen capturing devices, so what I'm actually going to do here after logging in is I'm going to switch over to an SSH window, so I don't need to hold my phone in my hand filming the screen, so I can type with both of my hands. I'll leave a link in the description to download. I want to make it as easy as possible for you to download this. However, I do have a traffic limit on my virtual server, so if I get too many downloads, I might need to make some adjustments. Once you download this image, you just need to write it out to an SD card using DD command from a Unix-like system, or from a Windows. I should just use Rufus to write it out to a card. So after checking the interface, I can find the IP and I can log in through SSH. I also want to mention here that this is working on the Model 3B and Model 4. It doesn't work on any of the earlier models, it just goes kernel panic. I'm planning to look into that and make a release for those as well. So in here I'm running show version and it's running 1.4 rolling release. It's got my details there on the build tag. It's running on ARM architecture. It's running on Raspberry Pi Foundation, Raspberry Pi Model 3B. And the other thing that's custom here is the kernel, because I did use the Raspbian kernel, but it's missing a few modules from the NF tables that's required for VyOS, so I actually had to recompile this kernel with a few extra bits and bobs. And the next thing I'm doing here is I'm scanning the wireless network. So show interfaces, wireless 0 scan. As you can see, it's got two access points. One of them is my own network. The other thing, I'll show you the configuration. So I have an IP address configured. This is a little bit different than what you're going to find out when you install your SD card. You need to read the README file for headless installation. So I also have BGP set up here. So the BGP neighbor is actually another BIOS that happens to run as a virtual machine, and I only set it up just to test to make sure that I can use BGP between two devices. Also worth mentioning that the first time you boot up your VyOS, it's actually going to try to expand the file system to the entire SD card. If you don't want that to happen, you need to comment out the init section in the boot.cmd line.txt. More on that in the README file. So as a final thing, I'm actually going to show you the BGP setup here. So I have a BGP neighbor, and I do get some routes from it. So this is just to prove that the BGP is actually working. And the last thing I'm actually going to check here is going to be the configuration mode, where I just verify the syntax. I guess this is everything, and I wish you guys a good luck. Make sure you download it, and if you have any questions, just try to write into the comments below, and I'll try to respond to everything. Good luck, and stay safe.